The documented essay on a concept. Introduction. The previous chapter emphasized the importance of public speaking in reports. In this chapter, you will learn another essential skill, how to write in a register of academic discourse by planning and drafting a documented essay on a concept of social and cultural significance. You will read sample documented essays and concept paper in a variety of formats from local and global contexts and do research on a concept of their choice. You will also learn about the research and documented in the 21st century, as well as the specific challenges of finding credible sources in the digital age. Your teacher will mentor you through the process of writing a documented essay on a concept. Moving from the planning and research stage to a drafting stage, per review and revision, the final output is a documented concept paper that you will read or present in a MOOC conference of the Philippine culture. The lesson objective. First, know the characteristic of the academic writing by reading concept, dorm, and academic papers. 2. Write the paragraph using a register or language and style appropriate to a academic context. 3. Know the principle and method of an research in a 21st century. 4. Evaluate and select sources of information on a relevant topic. And 5. Organize bibliography information from a variety of sources into sample reference list. An outline, a specific and clear languages, a balanced and credible voice, socially and culturally relevant topics, documented essays versus standard essays, and the principles of documentation, writing a documented essay and avoiding specific and clear languages. The highly technical and specific language, academic writing should not be difficult to read because academic knowledge is meant to be shared with others. Besides obscure and pompous and irritating, instead of using unnecessary difficult words or falling prey to the thesaurus syndrome or looking for the longest possible synonym for a word, students should aim for precise and appropriate language. Specifically, one should write in a register or style of academic writing. This means following the rules of standard English or avoiding usages that are considered ungrammatical or non-standard. This also avoiding the language used in colloquial and conservation and informal contexts. For example, when one is talking casually with close friends or family members, conversational shortcut or constructions such as I'm for I am and don't for do not are common, so are the shortcut like kanda, sorta, and wara for kind of and sorta of and want to. For example, when one is talking casually with close friends or family member, conversational shortcut or contractions such as I'm for I am and don't for do not are common. So are other shortcut like kanda, sorta, and wara for kind of and want to. Also, discourse communities are groups of communicators with common goals, interests, organization, sport enthusiasts, network games, fan fiction, and writers, etc. A balanced and credible voice. A balanced and credible voice, besides using clear and specific languages, academic writing should not be stiff or stuttered and somber in tone. A writer's voice need not disappear entirely, but this voice should not credible and therefore balanced. Objective and not overly emotional. In academic writing, this means doing away with emotive punctuation marks like exclamation point, whether single or multiple, and dramatic ellipse, used as a way of trailing off. Emoticons and emojis, which in the internet speak and text messaging are meant to be conveys facial expression, do not have a place in academic writing. Examples of balanced and credible voice is decluttered writing, I found a Dulaang UP play Haring Liar or King Lear do not just entertaining but also insightful because I felt that the Tagalog translation effectively and humorously conveyed the spirit of Shakespeare's original dysfunction family to a contemporary Filipino audience. In a tighter writing, the Dulaang UP play Haring Liar or the King Lear was not just entertaining but insightful because the Tagalog translation effectively and humorously conveyed the spirit of Shakespeare's original dysfunction family to a contemporary Filipino audience. A writer's focus. Our group conducted a survey in 100 University of the Philippines freshmen to find out the opinions of the new academic calendar. Focus on the subject. A survey was conducted on a 100 University of the Philippines freshmen to find their opinion on a new academic calendar. Socially and culturally relevant topics. One final important myth to debunk is that academic papers deal with topics that are likely to bore both the writer and the reader. In reality, student writers are often allowed to select their own topic within a more general area specified by the teacher, the course, or the discipline. Academics often identify their research interests that a subject or question that they are eager to engage and to study. Later, when they have studied more or this subject, these research interests become areas of expertise. A student should begin by considering the topics that are particularly interesting and relevant for him or her. Documented essays. The term academic suggests more than just the style and tone of writing. An essential aspect of an academic paper is its credibility and its academic paper. Here term documented emphasizes that any kind of scholarly or academic writing requires the writer to 1. Read topic, 2. Clearly acknowledge this supporting source, and 3. Add to scholarship by selecting and arranging, commenting on, or even debunking the information from this source. These are the example of documented essays. The documented essays versus the standard essays. Both the standard essays and documented essays consist of an introduction with an explicitly stated central argument or thesis, 3 or more supporting paragraphs with and a conclusion. However, while in the standard essays, generally known facts and personal experiences of the writers are sufficient to support information from relevant sources. Moreover, in this type of essays, when this source or any material quoted, paragraphs or summarized from them are mentioned, there is an explicit knowledge or citation of the source. Failures to properly cite a source resource results in a deadliest of academic sins or the plagiarism. The principles of documentation. Different discipline and professional requires different documentation styles. Some example styles for referencing sources are American Psychological Association or the APA, which emphasizes the author and the date of piece of work, or Chicago, which is widely used for history and economics. Vancouver, which is used in medical and scientific papers, and Modern Language Association or the MLA, which is often applied by the arts and humanities. Students need not memorize all of these different styles, or here are many templates and guides available online. Here are some useful sites with documentation guides. Writing a documented essay and avoiding plagiarism. 1. Plagiarism is actually easily avoided by finding out how to properly borrow someone else's words or ideas. These essays will both explain and use this system of documentation in order to demonstrate that writing a documented essay for any course or subject is not a difficult task. Students need only keep in mind the expectation of college writing, the importance of acknowledging borrowed materials and the simple techniques of citation. The references. Thank you.